Welcome to video number 2, where we're going to be maximizing your audio. Now, the last video, we set up your podcast. Now it's time to record. I know this is probably the most scariest thing that you could have done in your entire life. I get it. It was scary for me back in 2021, I think it was. Hitting that record button, getting on. I did it with one of my closest friends because I didn't want to embarrass myself. And I was part of a group where I became friends with. I'm still friends with. But in this video, we're going to show you how to record pro quality audio for your podcast from home, even if you're on a tight budget. In the last video, I talked about, you don't need very expensive equipment when you're starting off. People get that. People get it, especially experienced podcasters. They get it. You don't have the funds. You don't have the resources to dump on a, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 microphone. You don't have to have a very expensive microphone. My first microphone costed me like $80. It was, what was it? It was Audio Technica. It was an Audio Technica. And we're going to go in today and we're going to talk about the differences between the different, there's actually two types of different microphones. I remember when I first started, there was one guy who had bought an entire podcasting studio setup for his desk. He had an audio mixer. He had an interface. He had this expensive microphone, headphones that were like $200. Once the course finished, he lasted another 2 months doing podcasting, and then he just stopped podcasting altogether. He must have spent well over $1,000, and he overcomplicated stuff. Even the episode that we recorded, his audio was going in and out all the time. You don't need very expensive, very fancy smancy podcast studio to have a podcast. It's just a simple mic, headphones if you want. These are mine. These are the original headphones that I bought. These are Audio Technica. They're the original headphones. I still have them. I need to buy new ones because I don't know if you can see they're starting to get a little bit frayed. I get all this plastic stuff everywhere anytime I wear it, all over my body. It's a little nasty. So I need to buy new ones. It's been 5 years. It's been 5 years since I've had them. They're headphones. There's just a magnet on the inside and it's no big deal. But audio is the most important part of podcasting. Not your video, not the sound coming out. It's the sound coming in. If you don't sound professional, you're just going to be like everybody else. And it drives me nuts when my guests come up with those earbuds. Like, the audio is still pretty good, but nothing beats a mic. I'll show you this mic that I have right now. And just give you a little sneak peek. That mic that I have right now, this is considered a mid-range mic. I didn't pay for this mic. I got it for free. I won this mic. So I was able to get rid of my old mic and use this one. My old mic, I gave it to a friend of mine because he was thinking about starting a podcast. So I gave it to him. I asked for it back and I'm still waiting. Whatever. It is what it is. Now, let's get into it. Let's choose the right mic for you. Let's head over to Amazon. I'm in Canada. So my prices are going to be in Canadian dollars. So we're just going to type in microphones. That's it. And here are all the microphones. Now, there are many, there's hundreds and hundreds of different types of microphones. My suggestion, don't overcomplicate this. You just need a pretty good mic for now. And later on, if you're still podcasting a year from now and you're 100 episodes in and you're starting to look at making possibly some sponsorship deals, we will discuss that later in a different video, because that's a whole nother huge monster that somebody would have had told me when I'd first started. Keep it simple, keep it cheap, keep it not keep it cheap, keep it affordable. You don't want to break the bank on your microphone. Yes, you do want great audio, quality audio. You do want that, but you don't have to break the bank to do it. Now, there's two types of connectors that actually work on microphones: USB and XLR. XLR is, let's see if I can get this cable up. Come on. Did I? Oh, maybe I'll do it this way. Come on. This is an XLR cable. It has three connectors. Okay. One part plugs into a audio board, and the other one plugs into the back of a microphone. I do not have this. I have been fighting for a month now to try and get my audio board working. So I have it. I have this microphone set up with a USB connection. There's nothing wrong with it. It works. I don't care. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I was losing sleep over why is this not working with this connector, with the XLR connector. I was losing a little bit of sleep over it, but I'm like, all right, I need to do what I need to do. I need to get this started. I need to get this working, and I can work on my Frocket soundboard later, or I can work on it in a bit. Not now. Now I need this. I need this working. And this is the mentality that you need to have as well. You need this working now. So, what are some of the better microphones that you can use? My personal favorites, Newer is good, and they're very affordable, very good microphones. Audio Technica is also good. Shure is a little bit pricey. Shure, you're probably looking anywhere between $250 plus. Newer is better, is good quality. That was the first microphone that I had, actually. Now come to think of it, it was a Newer, my first microphone. And the audio was really good. I was really happy with it. As you can see, the prices are actually pretty decent. $120 for two. Let's change that. Podcasting microphones. And you see here, you have UHF auxiliary, Bluetooth, XLR, USB. I would not go Bluetooth, auxiliary, or UHF. Bluetooth is, I don't like wireless stuff. I'm coming from an IT background. I don't like wireless stuff. Auxiliary, that's really old. UHF is also old. I would go either XLR or USB. But because we're looking at things that are not that expensive, let's go with USB. USB is a little bit cheaper than XLR. Uh, Audio Technica. Audio Technica. You have some these Blue Yetis. They're nice, very good quality. $120, $130 Canadian. It's not bad. You can find stuff that are under. Rode is actually also very good. Their soundboards are actually very, very, very good, and it's pretty affordable. $100. I don't know this five fine. I don't know that one. USB to USB C and micro USB. So I'm really narrowing it down to what kind of connector that I want with my microphone, because that is important. Like I want something that's going to work with my computer. XLR 3.5 millimeter jack that works with soundboards. It's up to you. I don't suggest getting a soundboard. I mean, I've had this soundboard for a month and I'm still fighting with it. It's up to you though. My suggestion would be just get something that you can get up and running now, like yesterday. And you can see what the prices are. $69 for this Sinwi swine. This is a good company too. Maono. They're very good company, very good quality. $84. You can't go wrong. So I would be for this one here, NJSJ. I've never heard them before. So a good quality mic to start off with should go anywhere between 70 and $90. I wouldn't go more than that. I wouldn't go less than that. This is Shure. Shure is like one of the best companies out there. They're mid-range to high range. You have the MV7, which is the microphone that I'm recording on right now, and you have the SM7B. That's high end. That's like $300-400. This is about like 250 or something like that. 100, yeah, 200. Yeah, it's MV6. Mine's about $250. Again, I won this. Otherwise, I would see MV7i 560 bucks. It's a lot of money for a microphone, especially if you don't know. And this is pretty much like mine. And you don't know if you're going to be podcasting in a year. So why dump 560 bucks if you don't know if you're going to be podcasting in a year? To get good quality audio from your microphone. Let me just stop sharing this. There are a few things that you can get with the microphone. Pop filter. You can get the filter that I have on this microphone. That's a cover. There's the actual microphone. That foam limits the from the microphone, so you're not listening to that. Pop filters you can get it. I mean, if you don't have the foam, like for example, let me share my screen again. I'll show you what I mean. That's a filter that I'm talking about. Now, if you have a microphone that comes like this, a pop filter might actually be beneficial, and the pop filter is that. That's the pop filter there. Just so you understand what I'm trying to talk about. Okay, so try find a microphone that's reasonably priced for you. If it comes with this foam here, you don't need to buy the extra pop filter. But if it doesn't, I would suggest to get the pop filter or get the foam. They have one, or they had one. They don't have it anymore. where you could buy a set and it comes with a boom. I had the boom. I recommend the stand. I like the stand better than the boom. Takes up less space. You don't have to worry about not these guys here. You know, when they start to go, forget it. Forget it. That microphone, it's heavy. Microphone is heavy, and it becomes top heavy, and then it's just gonna. It's just get the one with a stand like this, or like this. Forget the boom. You don't need the boom. The boom is just unnecessary. Unnecessary. I mean, if it comes with the boom, then okay, but you don't really necessarily need it. Now, let's move on. Setting up your space, optimizing your space. Your space can be like this, nothing behind you. That door is supposed to be closed because there's an echo that comes from there. Sound bounces back and forth. Right behind me is a TV. My big head's covering it. If you're gonna have it open, make sure it's nice and clean, nice and neat, and there's no garbage anywhere, like on my table over there. You don't want any distractions. The floor, you want to be able to have sound not being able to bounce off of walls, hard floors. The sound here is actually pretty good, so I'm not really concerned too much of it. Now, you can do stuff like adding curtains, adding, they have those those oriental covers that you can get. You can soundproof. You can buy soundproofing for the walls. You can put carpet on the floor. All that stuff soaks up noise, and it is helpful. But if you don't have a lot of background noise, then you don't really need to spend the extra money to do that. That's a nice to have down the road. But for now, if you have a good filter like I have on my mic, you don't necessarily need those. That's why I don't have any. I wanted the cool, noise cancellation, insulation stuff. I wanted all that, but it's not necessary. It's an extra expense that I don't really necessarily need to have right now. And neither do you. Uh, If you don't have this filter and you get the pop filter, you might want to look at getting that, because you'll get background noise, people calling you, doing stuff like that. That's later on down the road. But for now, you don't necessarily need that. Position of your mic. Position of your mic needs to be anywhere between 6 and 8 inches from your mouth to get consistent gain so that people can hear you. That's why I'm actually leaning forward a little bit so I can be a little bit closer to my microphone so I can pick it up, the sound, so I can pick up the sound. When I move further back, now you can see, now you can hear that it sounds a little bit less. But the closer I get, the louder it gets. So you want the microphone to be about 6 to 8 inches. I'm a little bit further apart. I'm about 12 inches, but 6 to 8 inches is a general rule of thumb. All right, now let's get into some audio editing. Editing used to take me 2.5 hours to do 1 hour episode, because I used to do it in 3 different phases. I'll get into this much more detail. What I want to do right now is I want to be able to show you guys some tools that I use to edit my podcasts. I use one tool, and it's a free tool, and there's a paid option for it as well. It's called Hit Films. Now, I do a lot of video podcasting. I like video. I think it's more engaging, and it helps YouTube as well. There is another tool that you can use called Audacity, only if you're doing audio, but I like Hit Films. If you ask me, Hit Films is where it's at. allow, and let's add it. So this is what Hit Films looks like. You can, as you can see, I do have some old stuff here. We're just going to create new. I'm just going to click OK on all the defaults. The good thing about Hit Films is that you can take your video, plop it in there, and it separates audio and video. There's another way that I like to do is that when you edit the video, you can separate the two. You can delete the video and you have the audio. So this is what Hit Films looks like. So up here, you'll have the video, and down here, you have the audio. There's going to come a place where you can actually right click. You can separate the two and you can delete the video and you have the audio. This is very helpful when it comes to uploading your podcast to Podbean or Buzzsprout or Libsyn or whoever you use in order to distribute your podcast. So instead of just uploading the video, you just have the audio, and the video and audio go directly into YouTube or Rumble. I'm going to go into the importance of having both in an episode on the live stream. I'm not going to go into it now for time's sake, but you want to have both. You want to be on both platforms, Rumble and YouTube. See right here where it says link. Oh, you can't see it. What if you right click in this area, you get a pop-up menu. And in the pop-up menu, you have options and it says link and unlink. If you click unlink, it unlinks the audio from the video and you can delete either or, which is fantastic. Fantastic tool to have. And again, this is the free version, and I can do everything here that you can do on Adobe. Adobe Premiere. Everything. So yeah, I don't need to dump so much money into Premiere. I have Hit Films, and it does a pretty damn good job. I'll tell you that. I'm very impressed. And let's end that. Okay. Another tool that actually is very, very helpful. That's for editing. That's for doing your editing for audio and video. Do both. Edit the video. That way the audio is already there. I learned the hard way, and I would be listening twice and editing both. Hard lessons I've learned. Expensive lessons I've learned. Hopefully you guys don't have to make those expensive lessons, which is why I'm doing this, is so that you guys don't have to spend thousands of dollars every month and year to learn these lessons. All right. Next, we're going to get into editing content. So basically what you want to do is once you have your audio file, you want to take it, you want to dump it into either Otter or Descript. I will push you towards Otter, but if you don't mind paying for the subscription for Descript, go with Descript. Otter is also a good option. It is a cheaper option than Descript, but they both do the same thing. They take your podcast episode and they transcribe it. Why do you want the transcription in the first place? Doesn't YouTube already put closed caption? Yes, it does. The reason why you want the transcription is that you can turn it into blog posts. You can turn it into Q&As. You can turn it into marketing tools for social media. You can turn it into anything and everything. Actually, I'm going to show you Otter AI. So this is Otter AI. This is my account in Otter AI. I haven't done anything in here yet. Not yet. But there will be. There will be a lot. Like I said, Otter, the basic gives you 300 monthly minutes. So I have 300 minutes that I can use every single month in the basic plan, which should be enough. I mean, I'm not going to, for now, I don't do that much. I think it's 45 minutes every single episode. And if I do 45 minutes and 4 episodes multiplied by 4, I have 180 minutes. So even if there's a fifth month, I'm still good. If my episode goes let's say 60 minutes, multiplied by 4, 240 minutes. So I'm okay. Yeah, I only use this for my interviews. I'm not going to be using this for anything else. And this is pretty simple. Even the import, you can just take your recording, dump it into, or just click the import and browse files. And wherever you've dumped it, that's where you can upload it and it will transcribe everything for you, which is fantastic. Very simple to use, Otter. Very, very simple. Highly recommend Otter AI. Highly recommend. Okay, so basically, what I want you guys to do for today, I want you to pick a microphone that is within your budget. Remember, we discussed the budget anywhere between $70 and $90 Canadian will get you a really good microphone and get you up and running really quickly. I'm pushing you highly towards the USB rather than the XLR or the 3.5 millimeter jack. Look for the USB. Easy to set up. It's plug and play. You plug it in and off you go. Try to set up your recording space so that you have privacy. One, you have sound cancellation to the best of your ability. Two, and it's somewhere comfortable and it's not clustery. Do yourself a favor and download Hit Films. Go to their website and download Hit Films. Very, 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 very powerful tool. Their free product is super powerful. And go set up your account at Otter AI. Or if you choose, go to Descript. It's up to you whether you want to pay for that or not pay for it right now. So remember, you don't need to drop thousands of dollars to set up a studio. All you need is the right mic, a decent room, and smart software. If you want more tips and tricks and more how-tos and what's going on with the industry and what's going on with TechForge Media, because Podcasters Business Insider is a division of TechForge Media, sign up for a free newsletter that comes out every other week. And we're trying not to push too much emails to you and flooding you with useless nonsense. The next episode, we'll show you how to edit your podcast in record time without wanting to pull your hair out and without having to listen to it multiple times. So tune in, wait for that. That's coming up very soon. And it's going to be quite interesting how I figured this out. Too late, mind you, way too late. I'll see you guys next time.